In this video, we have to configure or work with the details post action method. So let me copy the details get here and paste it one more time. This will be details post, and we'll make sure this is HTTP post. Along with that, we can give this an action name of details. We want to make sure it automatically binds to the get. Because the action name is different, we will define the explicit action name here. Now what will be the parameter or the object that will be posted? If we go to the details page, go to view, you can see we have the product DTO at the top here. So that will be the model that will be posted. So right here we will get an object of product DTO. We will call that as product DTO. Now before I do anything else, let me run the application and let's understand what we need to do. Whoops, we have to close this and configure the startup project because we need all of the projects. So we'll start all 4 projects and let's run it. And right here we'll go to the details. Let's log in. Perfect. Now what should happen when we add item to the cart? We have to populate the complete cart DTO. That cart DTO must have the products populated as well. That is the design that we have thought so far. So in order to do that, we'll close the application here, and first we'll create an object of cart DTO. Let's call that cart DTO is equal to new. And in here, let's populate the cart header is equal to new cart header DTO. In there, the only thing that we want to populate right now is the user ID. I have shown you before we can get that using user.claims, where and we'll say claims goes to, so u goes to u.type is equal to sub. That is the default that is provided by identity server. Here we'll say first.default.value. Let me hide that, and this looks good. Next we need a cart details DTO. Let me call that cart details is equal to new cart details DTO. We can populate the count because that is inside the product DTO.count, and the product ID is inside the product DTO.product ID. Now we also need to populate the product object right here. We can do that in 2 ways. One way is inside the details, we already have all the details. So we just need a hidden attribute and capture those details here and populate right here. Or the other way around is we can call our product service. Ideally, I would just prefer hidden variable and add them here, but I want to show you multiple ways. But I want to give you some practice on calling the services and deserializing the object. So we'll just get a response here from the product service. So we'll say await underscore product service dot get product by ID async. The return type is response DTO, and we'll be passing the product DTO dot product ID. We don't want to pass any token there because we are just getting the product details. Once we get the response, we will check here if response is not null and response is success. In this case, we'll populate the cart detail.product with JSON convert .deserialize object. We want to deserialize that to a product DTO, and we'll be converting .toString the response.result. Now we have populated the complete cart view model. We just need to assign that to the cart details. So we can just create a list of cart details DTO, and then we can say cart details DTO.add cart details that we created, and then in our cart DTO object we have cart details that we will assign to the cart details DTO. Last thing that we have to do here is call the cart service, but we need the access token. So we'll say variable access token. We will await HTTP context dot get token async. And we need the static string here, which is access token. And then we will have to call add to cart method. So we'll say add to cart response is equal to await. And then we need the cart service. Right now we only have the product service in dependency injection. So let me also call cart service right here. Perfect. Once you have this, let's go down and we'll be using the cart service. In there we have the method add to cart async. Return type will be response DTO here, and we'll be passing the cart DTO along with the access token. Then again we need to deserialize, so let me just copy these 3 lines, paste it here. We will have the add to cart response check here. And then if the response is successful, let's just return to the index page. So we'll say return here, redirect to action. We want to redirect to the index action or the home page. So we'll use name of index. If there were some issues, then we will return back to the view with the product DTO. Great, this looks good. In the next video, let's run the application and test it out.